Hello and welcome to This is the Day Show. I'm your host RJ Cole.
And I'm Fred Graham.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Our show is also on video. You can find our videos on Rumble and on YouTube. Our podcast can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and also iHeartRadio. If you like our show, we would ask that you subscribe, follow, and also write us a wonderful, not one, not two, not three, not four, but a 5-star review. We do have a few ways for you to interact with us. You can email our show at thisisthedayshow@gmail.com. We can also be found on X at thisisthedayshow without the W, and on Facebook by searching for This is the Day Show. Our podcast providers have given us some new features. If you'd like, you can text our show. Select the episode that you're about to listen to, look on the top left of the episode, and it will say, send us fan mail. Click on that link to send us a message, and now you can send us a voicemail. We can also reply to your messages now. So you text us, we can text right back. Feel free to send us any questions, feedback, or interest that you may have. Thank you for the continued promotion and support of our show. And here we go.
So this week we had a listener who chimed in on last week's episode. As you guys know, it was talking about the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. We felt like sharing his thoughts with all of you.
Yeah, and we have a lot to go over today. So you'll see us reading from our papers again this week, just heavy week. So I'll start off with what he has to say.
All right.
So great episode. What is always amazing is that the chosen generation, Israel, crucified their Savior even though his coming was foretold. So fulfilling of the promise to David. That's in Psalm 16 verse 10. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. The promise was also spoken of by Paul as a reminder. Acts 13:33-37. God hath fulfilled the same unto us, their children, and that he raised up Jesus again, as it is also written in the second psalm, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. And as concerning that he raised him up from the dead, now no more to return to corruption, he said on this wise, I will give you the sure mercies of David. Wherefore he saith also in another psalm, Thou shalt not suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. For David, after he had served his own generation by the will of God, fell on sleep, and was laid unto his fathers, and saw corruption. But he, whom God raised again, saw no corruption. Jesus foretold of his resurrection in Matthew 20, verse 19, and shall deliver him to the Gentiles to mock and to scourge. Scourge was that one word we went over where he got beaten, and to crucify him. And the third day he shall rise again. Also in Mark 14, verse 28, But after that I am risen, I will go before you into Galilee. In Luke 24:44-46, And he said unto them, These are the words which I spake unto you, while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me. Then opened he their understanding, that they might understand the Scriptures, and said unto them, Thus it is written, and thus it behooved Christ to suffer, and to rise from the dead the third day. John 2:19 says, Jesus answered and said unto them, Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. Then said the Jews, 46 years was this temple in building, and wilt thou rear it up in 3 days? But he spake of the temple of his body. When therefore he was risen from the dead, his disciples remembered that he had said this unto them, and they believed the scripture and the word which Jesus had said. And yet there are still Jews and others that do not believe that Jesus has come, died on the cross, and rose again. Satan desires to steal, kill, and destroy. So important for us believers to know and share the gospel. Thank you again. So that was a nice note. I would even call him a theologian.
Yes, sir.
Gave us some good input in there. So I appreciate your feedback. Thank you to everybody that gives us feedback.
And thank you for listening to the show, too.
Obviously, yes sir. So, Fred, let's start off how we normally start off. How was your week?
My week was okay. Long days, which doing that bathroom remodel, that was way ahead of schedule, but needed. It's making a lot of trips to the hardware store, so that's always fun because you buy the piece that you think you need, find out it's the wrong size, and then go back 4 different times.
All right before they try to close, too.
Yes, you're trying to race that clock, and then you're getting frustrated. I live actually pretty close to one, too, and it's amazing how much time that can be. But a lot of plumbing, which I don't like doing. I don't know too much about it. I guess I do okay at it. That's
at least it's not with the toilet right now.
Yeah. So far the toilet's good and everything. I gotta move that because we're doing. First, it started out as subfloor, and like we got flooring, so we're gonna put that all in there and everything. Just getting rid of all the tile.
Yeah. What type of flooring you gonna get?
Laminate? It's that laminate. Like it looks like wood.
Okay.
But it's the waterproof and like foamy rubber side.
Is it like a plank?
It's the tongue and groove that you kind of snap in.
Yep.
Oh, that stuff's amazing. But so yeah, we're doing that. The shower, I put in a surround, which I didn't even think about it. I removed tile, and then there's backing on the tile, so that's like a good inch difference. So I have off my spout, there's like an inch gap now. I'm like, oh my goodness.
It's caulking, right?
Right now, temporary. I got it sealed up to where we can use it to obviously take showers and baths. But like man, that's...
Can you just put one of those circular covers over
yeah,
it?
right now I got, because it had the, like, here's your shower wall. It had the little thing, and then your spout.
Yep.
Well, now there's like an inch gap, and then there's like sealant in there right now.
Okay.
So it's not going to make me have to replace the subfloor that I just replaced, but obviously it's not a long-term. It's a quick fix for right now.
Right.
But with that, like, I've been working on it, and I'm at the point where I'm putting up some trim, and long story. But anyway, so I need my air compressor. Well, my kids are upstairs sleeping and stuff, so I can't be like,
That's when you need one of those expensive airless ones.
Yeah, the battery ones are pretty nice, pretty quiet. But even them, they're still pretty loud for, I mean, it's yeah. So,
yep.
And then because of that, staying up late, work, I am running low on patience, so I'm so glad the work week's over, because like I was just like, I hate this place. So it was bad. It was bad. Everything kind of just set me off, and I'm like, dude, I'm struggling and I'm trying, but man, it's been a long week. But like, as far as the amount of work and everything getting done, that's fine. Crew's doing fine. Everything's fine. It's just, I call it the job site politics, I guess, and it's just annoying. But I'm really hoping we're not going to get as much rain as they say we are, so that way we can actually enjoy some time with the family and everything. But the family has totally felt the long week, and as a result, I think we're all just wanting to spend some time together. So that's a good thing.
I'm almost thinking about buying a wetsuit and just like mowing in the rain. Like, who cares at this point? I can bag it if I absolutely need to, but like,
yeah, or just let it clump up and
Just not in the front yard, just in the back.
Yeah.
Because obviously my neighbors don't care about their yards.
Just
so
rake it a little bit out. Like even not like rake it into a pile. Just rake the mountains that piled up and just spread it.
Well, it's a good thing I just cleaned up after Cooper because I wouldn't want to mix.
Oh, yeah. That'd be
Yeah, I'd have some nasty stories to tell, but we're a proper show, so we won't share those.
We don't share any stories like that at all.
No, but...
So, how was your week?
I mean, got that extra run back. Now I'm busy. I am super busy again. I'm not getting off early. I think I saw my kids once, maybe twice before bed this week, which that just... It sucks. But... I'll see them tomorrow in bits and pieces because now that I got off work, like there's just a lot to do nonstop throughout the entire weekend. So hopefully I can get my last estimate done tomorrow for my gutters, and then I can make my decision tomorrow. Check that off the list, get that done. Yeah. Did you know it was over $700 to put in my one stitch?
No.
But I digress. So
no,
just random. Just random.
Me.
It just burned me. My wife told me that with the document today. I'm just like, I wish I can get paid $700 just to, I don't know, back in a trailer. Like, but anywho, so yeah, just it's gonna be busy. I'm glad I'm getting my hours back. I was able to donate last week, so that's good. Just hopefully my protein's up so I can keep going. I don't know. Something's going on with that, but
well, if you're still healing up, your body's using that.
They say the working out thing too, but it doesn't matter. Like I'll have, and I know I have to have more than the people I look at. No offense, but the people I look at in there, I'm eating over like probably like 120 to 150 grams of protein a day, and I'm still like not cutting it. You know, like I'm able to go in there, but then there's kind of this discrepancy where they do an immediate blood test to get your numbers, whereas they'll send it into a place and they'll get the actual factual ones. And they're about 1 point off from each other. So I could be getting a 6.5 here, but over there with the real testing be a 5.5.
Right.
So
I've had it where mine was actually too high.
Once.
I did have that, and the reason why is because I had a really long day at work, and then I ate like straight peanut butter, dude. Like I was like I don't have time, so I think I just did like 2 spoonfuls of peanut butter wet, and I was like, they're like, it's too high. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I have no idea when my body's digesting stuff. I don't know. Some dude told me, hey, have Greek yogurt an hour ahead, then slam 2 before you come in, like an hour and then a half hour before you come in. I was still only at like 6.7. So I don't know.
Is it almonds? Are almonds supposed to be a good source too? Because somebody was telling me to eat like cashews
I just try to eat like a bunch of eggs in the morning and then a meat at night for dinner, usually chicken or beef. And then I'll have like 2 protein shakes during the day, 2 beef sticks during the day. My wife found a really good deal for Quest bars. It's like a 10-pack for $1, and she bought me like a whole bunch of them.
10-pack for $1?
They were minis though, but it was still $1. Yeah, so I got like my protein for the next
like
3 or 4 weeks.
What flavors though?
It's cookie dough. That's all it is.
Bad one.
It's just after I think I'm already on my 3rd box or whatever, and it's just like like. I get
worse ones,
but like
I mean, after a while,
I might have to have you try it. It's almost like a taffy consistency to it too.
I've had the cookie dough one. I've had the brownie one. The brownie one I don't care for. And then I want to say they had like is it like a white chocolate one or something like that? I can't remember, but yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just all about trying to get this stuff on the budget. So how do you do
protein shakes? Like you just take the powder and you get water?
Mm-hmm. It goes in your body quicker.
I need to do something like that because I don't eat lunch typically.
Aldi, which is not sponsored by us or pay us money or anything, they have protein, which is like $1 a serving.
Okay.
And it has like just a little bit of creatine in it. 30 grams of protein, 2 grams of creatine in it. So.
Because I don't really eat breakfast. And I don't really eat lunch, so
yeah. So that's not bad.
Not good.
So that's not bad.
So
yeah. So that's what I do. So you get 20 servings out of it. So, if you do it twice a day, you get 10 days out of it, a week and a half for $20.
It's not terrible.
Better than spending money at a gas station or something.
Because that's what I used to do. And
that adds up quick.
yeah, real quick.
All right.
You
want to jump on to the main topic?
Do the main topic. So, as we continue our back to the basics of our country, we talked about the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights. This week, we're going to begin. It's probably going to be a series of episodes, but we're going to begin to look over the Constitution. This is a long document, and it will take a few weeks to cover. We, of course, have to do some fun facts.
Yes, we do.
So, did you know?
I did not.
No. Did you know that the U.S. Constitution is the oldest written national constitution still in use?
I did, only because I did this part of the research. Bad radio.
Did you know?
I mean, no, I didn't.
Another one is the Constitution Convention took place in Philadelphia in 1787. I did know that one, but and then George Washington presided over the Constitution Convention. The Constitution was signed on September 17th, 1787. James Madison is often called the father of the Constitution, and the original document is housed at the National Archives in Washington, D.C. Until Nicolas Cage came and took it.
National treasure?
Yeah.
I think I saw that once.
I think he took the decoration. But
oh, no. Was it National Treasure? Actually, maybe I did not see that one. I don't know why I'm getting this confused, but I think I'm getting them confused with... Is it Tom Hanks that was in Angels and Demons? And he was finding all the documents with, like, the Roman... No, I'm sorry, not the Romans. Catholics. I'm going to have to look that up.
I've never seen that.
Sorry, that was a bad sidebar. But
oh, and there are... Oh, man, I had that. I don't know. There's 7 articles?
I'm not sure. You said Article 1, there's 10 sections. And so we're going to start off.
That's where we're starting, so... Whoops. So
we'll start off with Section 1, shall we? All right. And I think this pertained to... It says the Congress. Yes. But it's not just... in what you mean, just the Congress. But anyways, all legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in a Congress of the United States, which shall consist of a Senate and House of Representatives. So a note that I threw in here that it is important to understand that our government has different roles. So we see that we have 3 different branches when it comes to our government. So you have the Senate and the Congress. That's legislative. They legislate laws. Our judges are the judicial branch. And something to really focus on here is that they're supposed to oversee the law and not make the law.
Dictate if it's within the
parameters.
That's the word I want, of the law.
Yeah.
Like if it's legal or illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not make laws.
Yeah, not make laws. Because they can say what they want, but they can't enforce anything.
Right.
They're just a judge.
Just a judge.
And lastly, our president is the executive branch. Okay, so let's jump to Section 2, shall we?
Section 2. Man, we are off to a fast start.
Yeah, our house. Okay? Not my house, though.
In the middle of our street.
I don't know that one.
Oh, man. It's a great song.
But our house. Our house.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay.
Because,
yeah, okay. I gotcha.
House, my house.
I probably never heard that
in the
part,
middle
remember?
Of our street.
I just got... Yeah. I can't hear words in songs.
You're like, I don't know what he's saying, but it's
just our house. So, Section 2. The House of Representatives shall be composed of members chosen every second year by the people of the several states. And the electors in each state shall have the qualifications requisite for electors of the most numerous branch of the state legislature. No person shall be a representative who shall not have attained to the age of 25 years and been 7 years a citizen of the United States, and who shall not, when elected, be an inhabitant of the state in which he shall be chosen.
So my question to this is, how long can you live out of a state before you are no longer an inhabitant of that state?
So obviously questioning that bottom part, the last part that we just said on that section 2.
Because like you think about it, I feel like I'm just going to, our federal level senator has, I would dare say he spent far more years in D.C. than he has in Iowa. And it's like, okay, at that point, like, you're no longer...
No, not my favorite. My favorite senator?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he spent more time in D.C. than he has in Iowa. And I'm like, you're not... you can't represent... Like, you're a Washington, D.C., like, resident. Like, you're not a resident of Iowa at that point. I would... Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
right.
I know different states have different requirements for that. Like, I think it was one of the Dakotas said, as long as you have a P.O. box and you come up for a week, you're still a resident of this state. And that's all it takes. But it's like, I feel like to be a representative of that, like, I almost feel like you should have to spend at least 8 months a year in that state.
I mean, at least all your vacations. Yeah, that should be 8 months.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, because I would think, because I was trying to think of this 2 ways. So, like, if I double residency, right?
Well, and I thought that's
what I was kind of thinking first.
It was a double
barrel. So, like, if I
question.
lived in Idaho for 5 months and 30 days, and then I live in Texas for 6 months and 1 day, well, then technically I would be
a Texan.
Yeah. That's how that would work. But then...
that's how it should work.
But then if I moved the last day of the year somewhere else, that would probably still apply whatever length of time I was where I was at.
Well, and I know, like, it depends, like I said, with each state. I know that. But I feel like if you're representing that state on a federal level...
You should be there.
You should be held to a higher requirement, so to speak. And I also wonder, like, if you just moved, let's say a person moved from Iowa to Kentucky, okay, how long does he have to be a resident of Kentucky before he can be a representative? Like, these are I mean, but when you think about it, when they wrote this, they didn't move around like what we do. They didn't have a such thing as working remote, you know? But it's just stuff that, like, I almost wish they would have spelled it out, just because, like, it's absurd to think where we're at compared to where they were at a mindset of a country. But they didn't have that.
There's no way that they could think of all this stuff.
Well, because they just got rid of a monarch and that whole higher class of people that ruled over the common person, you know. So it's like, yeah, we came from that. We never go back to that. These are going to be how we dictate.
They're going to be grateful. They're going to be responsible. They're going to do what they're supposed to. Yeah.
They're going to know, you know. But so, yeah, that's just so.
Yeah, so it'll go back to that state, I'm sure.
And then I wish they would have just put in there, you have to be in your state that you're representing for at least 6 months and a day.
I feel like you should be there longer, because if it's
100%.
your state that you're representing, you need to know your state.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into the next part of Section 2, shall we? So representatives and direct taxes shall be apportioned among the several states which may be included within this union, according to their respective numbers, which shall be determined by adding to the whole number of free persons, including those bound to service for a term of years, and excluding Indians not taxed, 3/5 of all other persons. The actual enumeration shall be made within 3 years after the first meeting of the Congress of the United States, and within every subsequent term of 10 years, in such manner as they shall by law direct.
Pretty sure this is talking about the census, like, based on the population is right. No, yeah. According to your representative numbers and stuff is, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. So the representatives that you're going to be getting is going to, in the taxes that you directly have to pay for, is going to be based off by, the people, the number of people that's in the state. So then, yes, it would come back to, they'd have to come back and do a census.
Yeah.
To figure that stuff out. And that's why you see like kind of a fight that's been going on by making sure that in the census you have to mark whether you're a citizen or not, because non-citizens shouldn't be included in a census because you're not a citizen, you're not a person here. Which legally.
Yes. And then they like to come back with the idea, I hate how this is worded, because they say that they pay sales tax, so they're a tax person, and it's like, no, that's. But I also just love how they spelled this out in so much detail, but they failed to put in the prior section, you have to live in your state for at least 6 months of the day. Like, man.
Aren't we up for another census soon?
I feel like, I know we did one under Barack Obama.
I thought we did one under Trump too. Because wasn't there a fight when he did that? Because he wanted to add that question in there, I think, originally.
It was Barack Obama's first term. So, yeah, it would have been Trump's first term. So then it'll be after Trump's, this presidential term, whoever, it'll be into their second year, I believe.
Okay. All right,
I hate filling those out. When I was in college, I was an Iowa resident, went to school in a different state, and they made me fill it out in that other state to count for that other state. I'm like, that's interesting.
All right, next part that we have is of Section 2. The number of representatives shall not exceed 1 for every 30,000, but each state shall have at least 1 representative, and until such enumeration shall be made, the state of New Hampshire shall be entitled to choose 3, Massachusetts 8, Rhode Island and Providence Plantations 1, Connecticut 5, New York 6, New Jersey 4, Pennsylvania 8, Delaware 1, Maryland 6, Virginia 10, North Carolina 5, South Carolina 5, and Georgia 3. When vacancies happen and the representation from any state, the executive authority thereof shall issue writs of election to fill such vacancies. The House of Representatives shall choose their speaker and other officers, and shall have the sole power of impeachment. Yeah. So that doesn't apply today still, is it? 1 representative for every 30,000? I wouldn't think that would.
I know we in Iowa have 2. But.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's, we have 2, right?
We definitely had to pop up 4 representatives. That'd be Miller Meeks, Feenstra.
Oh, yeah, this is our
I think
house.
4. Hanson.
Yeah.
Henson, and then Miller Meeks. I don't know if I said her already or not. But we have 4. And I know we don't have 120,000 people, so they must have changed the numbers on there.
Yeah, they had to do something.
Okay. You want to jump ahead to Section 3?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, the Senate. The Senate of the United States shall be composed of 2 senators from each state, chosen by the legislature thereof for 6 years, and each senator shall have 1 vote. Immediately after, they shall be assembled in consequence of the first election. They shall be divided as equally as may be into 3 classes. The seats of the senators of the first class shall be vacated at the expiration of the 2nd year, of the 2nd class at the expiration of the 4th year, and of the 3rd class at the expiration of the 6th year. I assume they're talking about the way the elections go for your representatives.
You have, like, let's say I have 6 years.
Right.
You've already been in there for 2. So I would be the 3rd class. You would be your 2nd class. And then if somebody was before you and they have 2 years left, they're the first class.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So it kind of keeps them rotating.
I almost thought that's how they did the elections.
No.
Anyways, so that 1/3 may be chosen every second year. And if vacancies happen by resignation or otherwise during the recess of the legislature of any state, the executive thereof may make temporary appointments until the next meeting of the legislature, which shall then fill such vacancies. No person shall be a senator who shall not have attained to the age of 30 years and been 9 years a citizen of the United States, and who shall not, when elected, be an inhabitant of that state for which he shall be chosen.
Again, how long can you go live outside that state before you are no longer an inhabitant of that state? Like, just because I have an Iowa driver's license, but I've lived in Washington, D.C. for the past 12 years. Because they have houses and everything over there, dude. They're not Iowans.
Right.
Like,
yeah, no, I think it's a really good point you brought up, because like I even think about if I just moved to Kentucky and I run for Senate there, like I literally will not know anything about Kentucky other than they have bourbon there
and bluegrass
music
and actual grass that's called bluegrass.
Yeah.
But you think about it, like even in our local government election right now, we have a guy who is from Colorado running for governor, right? Isn't he originally from Colorado? I feel like he wasn't originally from here. Like he moved from Colorado, and I think he's running for governor, if I remember right. I could be wrong.
Is it the farmer?
I don't remember.
Oh,
I haven't looked for a while, but I had all these notes on him and stuff, but yeah, I totally lost them. But I thought that's what it was, and I'm like, well, how long? Like, I think you should have to live in that state. Like, obviously, you have to live in the country and be a citizen for 7 years or 9 years to be a federal level, either House member or a Senate. But, you know, it's like, how long? Because if I lose the election in Iowa, can I just move to Wisconsin and boom, I can run for Senate again? Like,
yeah,
like that. I don't know.
Apparently, unless they have some rules in their state. Even though this is a federal election, though,
right?
But yeah, I am not sure. All right, let's jump into the next part of Section 3. The Vice President of the United States shall be President of the Senate, but shall have no vote unless they be equally divided. The Senate shall choose their other officers, and also a President pro tempore, in the absence of the Vice President, or when he shall exercise the office of President of the United States. The Senate shall have the sole power to try all impeachments. When sitting for that purpose, they shall be on oath or affirmation. When the President of the United States is tried, the Chief Justice shall preside. Roberts, right? But are they talking about Chief Justice out of the Senate?
It was Roberts, I think.
Okay, so it'd be Supreme Court Justice.
Well, hold on. The Chief Justice.
I wonder if that's what it's got to be.
I think.
So yeah. Roberts will be there. Okay. And no person shall be convicted without the concurrence of 2/3 of the members present.
I love that. That's probably my favorite thing, is 2/3 of that Senate has to be there. And I love it because these guys probably would never have even dreamed that you wouldn't have more than 2/3 there all the time. But you look at our Senate meetings, like there's a lot of people missing a lot of the time. And like, that's...
Even like the people that are there, you have the yays, you have the nays, and you have a no vote, like...
Why are you there if you're a no vote? Like, don't you have to vote? Like, isn't that your job? Like,
it's supposed to be. Like, I mean, supposed to be. I don't know.
I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this Monday morning. I'm not going to show up. And if they call and ask me my opinion on anything, I'm just going to say, I don't know. And leave it at that. And see how long I have a job.
Well, it's just because we're a peon, so that's why it doesn't matter. You know, we don't matter. So we're not making like $1,000 a day that we're there, if not more.
And like, I get it. Like, they should be paid decent. I mean, they're making huge impact on our country in the direction it's going. But it's like, dude, they're just, I don't know.
I believe it's like $1,000 a day because all the vacations that they get too, and it's vacations, man.
That's also
and perks. You get to skip the line.
About the lobbyists and how much they got.
Oh yeah, if they get something on the side too. Plus, if you're Pelosi, if you're Paul Pelosi, then you can do some stock trading, insider trading too, along with everybody else. I mean.
Yeah,
you can't get that passed either.
It's illegal for everybody, but if you work at the Senate, we'll just turn a blind eye. Man.
It's illegal for thee, but not for me.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so let's wrap up our section 3, shall we?
Yes.
Judgment in cases of impeachment shall not extend further than to removal from office and disqualification to hold and enjoy any office of honor, trust, or profit under the United States. But the party convicted shall nevertheless be liable and subject to the indictment, trial, judgment, and punishment according to the law. One thing that would be excellent, my friend, is if there is some accountability.
Yeah, well, and I was thinking, obviously, the Founding Fathers were very much men of honor as far as they strive to be that. And I think the corruption in politics, like, they're just... They don't care about being honorable, and it's, I don't know. I just think about the last president who got impeached by both the House and the Senate was Clinton. And, like, he could care less. He became the figurehead or whatever, the face, but he didn't make any decisions. They let him finish out his term. Like, he was just there. Basically, he lived in the White House. And it was like I don't know. There's just like no shame even. Like I don't know. That guy, he's just, that's a whole nother episode right there, man. That is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But
yeah, back to accountability. It would just be nice, like, kind of with everything else. You bring something up, like let's say you're bringing this up because we know if the midterms don't go well and they flip a bunch of seats, well, that's going to be happening day one. There's going to be impeachment hearings for Trump.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice if there's some accountability to where, if this was actually really supposed to be brought up or not, if there's like any legs to it is what I'm trying to say. And if there isn't, well, then something should happen, because now you see political persecution that happens. Somebody's running against you, sick judges or whatever, you want the law against them and make up fake stories, and guess what? It takes years for them to settle it.
Yeah.
So
I think if our representatives were what is the word I want, held accountable legally, I feel like that would change the course of our nation in the respect for our laws, and obviously those that help enforce the law. But they've reached this godlike complex in their head. And I think, like you're saying, like I feel like it's a serious matter when you try to impeach somebody. Like
it should be, but it's talked every other week. We're hearing stories about some other person trying to, he should be indicted, 25th Amendment,
Well, and I think about it, like the first term when the House impeached him, like how many times did they bring that to the floor? Like, you can't get good bills to come to the floor of the House, let alone the Senate.
Save Act.
But it's like they brought up Trump's impeachment so many, like they belabored the point. And then I feel like the House was just like, pass, like, let's move on, and then it like hit the Senate floor. I can't even remember how many times. And I'm like, there's bills that like we actually want, and we want our senators and our representatives to actually do something about this, but it's like we can't because we're too busy trying to impeach somebody,
It makes me wonder if there's on the Steve Day show they had a talk for a long while whether the American people wanted they'd say Cheez-Its or steak. Did they want the substance or the show? And I feel like a lot of time everybody wants to see WrestleMania on their TV and in politics rather than the real substance and the real fight that has to happen in order to get things done.
Yeah.
Let's call somebody a retard or, and yeah, that's awesome. And it's just like, well, what do you do?
Yeah.
Oh, you called a guy a retard. That got a lot done. But, yeah, no accountability, man.
I just don't get it, man.
So that's all we're going to do for this week. We covered the first 3 sections, and we'll hop on this hopefully next week.
Yeah.
So if you're ready for it,
we'll hit the wild card.
And welcome to this week's segment of the Wild Card.
First, let's do it.
So the wild card is what fictional character do you think you would be cast to play?
So I really wanted to be selfish about this one. Maybe that's not the right word. Self-centered, maybe. But I was trying to be very adult about this, right? I was like, Spider-Man. I want to be Spider-Man. That'd be awesome. But then I got to thinking, I'm not jacked like Spider-Man. He's more of a lean guy, but he's still pretty jacked. And I'm not witty. I'm not witty. I'm the guy that goes 5 minutes later after a conversation, I go, oh yeah, I should have said that to him. I don't have the wit. I get like one good day out of the year where I'm just on fire.
So like the 1960s Batman, his Robin though.
If that's the one I've seen on TV, that show's so ridiculous, man.
Like, oh, bouncing balls, Batman. What are we gonna do?
There's one where like he gets like electrical cord, like the Joker throws the electrical cord like kind of like this, and then just all wraps around. It's so pathetic.
Yeah,
that's all you guys had, right? But yeah, so I was trying to go about this a little more serious. Why?
Well, we are
so
a very
serious.
We are a very serious show.
So I thought of somebody in my head. So then I went over and I asked my wife, and I'm like, hey, who do you think I would play a fictional character for? Like, who do you think? And nothing on my end. I didn't press. I didn't pry. I just asked her that question, and she goes, oh, probably somebody from The Office. I'm like, okay, well then who? And she's like, well, Jim Halpert. And I'm like, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure there's probably other people out there. But
everybody thinks they're Jim Halpert from
But I think I'm Jim Halpert. And you want to know why? Because I'm well-spoken, I'm good-looking, I'm charming, and so much more. That's why I think I'd play Jim Halpert. But no, it wouldn't kill me if I didn't play Jim Halpert. I'd be okay playing Michael Scott. That would be fun.
I think Jim Halpert did a very good job at working hard to have fun at his job and did enough to keep his job. You gotta have fun while you're working, man.
Do you though? Do you?
If not, dude, you have a week like I did, where you're just
I heard of a guy at one of my stops, and this is the story of you don't have to have fun while you're working.
You should.
He wasn't a terrible, he wasn't a mean guy or nothing. He was just there, and I just noticed him always being really red, like really flushed all the time. Kind of a little bit bigger dude. And like I came a couple weeks later and I hadn't seen him around, so I asked. Well, come to find out, the guy wasn't feeling good, right? Went to the break room, just not feeling good. So he's like, I'm gonna go home. So he left work, and as he was leaving work, he pulled out, put his car in reverse, and just had a massive heart attack and died right there. And I'm like, man, that sucks. And then, like, on top of it, to be at work, like, you didn't even get to retire, man. Like, I don't know where I was going with that, but dude,
I was like waiting for like a joke or something.
Fun at work or not?
Yeah.
But like, life's too short. Don't hate your job.
Yeah.
Don't hate your job.
If you do die at work, stay on the clock. So that way they pay you OT.
Just like going to the bathroom for at least 10 minutes a day, you'll get a work week out of the year just for going to the bathroom. Learned that from yours truly.
Whoa, I didn't do the math. I remember when you told me you did the math. Oh, I can't believe that. Anyway.
So,
boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I poop on company time. Heard that one.
And I thought we were a proper show.
That's why I go to the bathroom on company time.
So, who are you gonna play?
My fictional character would be,
Who, Lancelot or something?
no, but I'm making
Aragorn.
Dude, I would love to because the movie did him dirty. But there's also like Faramir is another character that in the book, like my wife tells me, like you're a lot like a Faramir, which
To me, I'm just thinking of a fairy in a mirror.
like
I still haven't seen it yet.
Basically, in the movies, I was kind of insulted when I heard that, but reading the books, I was like, oh, that's not bad. No, I would want to be like in Sherlock Holmes. I'd want to be like a Watson.
You really like Sherlock Holmes,
dude. I watched the movies, but before that, I had like read the books, and that was
the
like
one with
Robert Downey and Jude Law. And I like Jude Law, but I think I could be Maximus Aurelius, whatever his name was, dude. No, I couldn't be him.
Okay, good job.
Couldn't be him.
Because I was even thinking that. I was like, there's no way I could be that guy.
Dude, I'd have to be an extra, but I don't know. No, I think there's things that I would strive for, and I could play that, but I don't think I got the physique of a Roman general.
So. Not playing 300, are we?
No. But I think, I think being a Watson, because he's proper, he's a doctor, so he's smart. He's also learning from Holmes, who's this oddball, but he can appreciate what Holmes sees and stuff, and I don't know, becomes a really renowned detective and a sidekick, so it's like, yeah, I could do that, but I don't know. I don't think I could do like any of the superhero ones. I'm just too. I could probably play Hawkeye. Dude.
Do you know who I could play? Fat Thor.
Fat Thor. Yes. I could play the Thing off of Fantastic Four. The Rock
could,
guy.
But nobody's gonna watch this movies because none of them pan out well.
Man, they're like the biggest
flops. There's just some of them you just kind of like X-Men. Like you guys have a treasure trove there, and you guys ruin it.
Yeah. Sidebar: who's your favorite X-Men?
That's gotta be Wolverine.
I mean, Hugh Jackman did.
I loved Wolverine and Spider-Man because it was the Spider-Man that I watched growing up, and Wolverine was in there with Spider-Man.
Yep. I liked Wolverine and Gambit. Gambit by far I think he's so cool. But
I thought he was cool in the comics.
Yeah.
But I probably shouldn't say this, but in the movie that he was in, he was just
no. Like they got a weak actor that didn't.
It didn't fit. Something just didn't fit.
And
like
the
maybe it
was weird too. Like
maybe he was just a square in a rectangle hole. Just something was just off about it.
So
he was trying.
I could play a better Gambit. I really couldn't. Dude, Gambit's way too cool, man.
And he's got that accent too.
Yeah. He's from like Louisiana or something.
Yeah.
Cajun.
The Bayou or something.
Bayou.
Yeah. So. Well, buddy, do you have anything else you want to throw on the shrimp of the bobby?
No. They could probably cast me in Dumb and Dumber. Oh, man. Oh, that's funny. No.
Well, if you're in it, I'm right there with you. Right there with you, bud.
Oh, man.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
So, thank you once again for tuning in to This Is the Day Show. Don't forget to stay in.
Thank you.